You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn connects you with experts from all over the world to help you take charge of your career, your business, and your life. Rap along with us. Visit drjacalyn.com to learn how to become a guest or a sponsor. And now, the doctor is in.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome to USA Global TV and Business Talk Radio. You're watching A Better You, a series of 7 programs that we have every week where expert presenters come and give lessons to help make us better personally and professionally. I'm Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, and I've hand-chosen a group of people from around the world who are experts in their field, and they have one thing in common. They love to help other people. They are givers. They are selfless people who care about the world and making it a better place. Let's bring our 2 presenters on today. First, joining us, she's traveling on the road. Thank you so much, Teuta Avdyli. Welcome. And also, Diann Floyd Boehm. Hello. Welcome.
Hi, guys. It's great to see you both.
It's great to see you both as well. And I thank you so much for Teuta. You're on the road and you're joining us. And Diane, you just moved recently, so I really appreciate you going out of your way to share your wisdom and expertise. So as you know, this is a presentation platform, and you will each be presenting something that's near and dear to you. And before we do that, I'm going to spotlight each of you as we always do and share a little bit about your background. I'm going to add something in today about your background and the value that you get in sharing your lessons and what is your lesson. So I'll tee up Teuta first.
Hi, thank you very much, Dr. Jacalyn. It's my great honor, privilege to be here today. And hi, Diane, as well. It's nice to meet, to connect with you as well. So yes, my name is Teuta Avdyli. I am a wife, a mother of 2 beautiful children. I am a bestseller author of the book Born to Stand Out and Not to Fit In, and soon to be released the 2nd book, Family Legacy of Love. I am an awarded Ambassador of Peace. I am a certified Les Brown Power Voice Academy, transformation coach, and parenting coach. Today, I will talk about how to help teens find their life purpose and live a happy life. Thank you.
And Teuta, what's the value that you get in presenting your lessons?
The value is I am going to teach you today. I mean, parents especially as well, but it can apply to everyone. That how we can some principles so we can help them to find their purpose and to find their why they are here. So that's what I'm gonna teach today.
Outstanding. Thank you so much. A topic that resonates with so many and can be applied for other purposes. It's wonderful. Diann Floyd Boehm, how about you?
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here. I absolutely love being part of this show and this platform. My background is education, and I've taught overseas as well as in the United States. I have worked on stage, given many keynote speeches, presentations. I love being in front of people and inspiring people to be the best that they possibly can be and discover who they are meant to be. I've moved into the children's writing arena, and I've always been a storyteller. So it was easy for me to go from storytelling to putting it down in print. But to actually hold your first book the first time is just the most incredible experience because you've worked so hard at it and had wished for it for so many years. I have a new book coming out called Rise, A Girl's Struggle for More, based on my grandmother's life, and I hope that it will inspire people again to discover who they are and go for their dreams. Being part of this platform is phenomenal. I encourage many people to become part of the Better You program. Not only do you have the opportunity to share the gifts that you've been blessed with and you've worked on to develop those skills, but you have the opportunity to reevaluate how you're doing yourself and make sure that you're improving too. So I really, really appreciate being part of this program. Thank you, Dr. Jacalyn.
Thank you, Diane. Appreciate that from both of you. All right, so the way this is going to work is Teuta is going to go first with her presentation, and Diane and I will go backstage. We'll be listening intently, then we'll come back and have a chat. We'll take a commercial break, and then Diane will go, and Teuta and I will go backstage. So how does that sound, ladies?
Perfect.
Great.
All right, Teuta, do you want the 15-minute timer, or would you prefer not?
Yes. I mean, it's yeah, please.
Okay, fantastic. Have a great lesson. Diane and I are going backstage.
Thank you. So as I said that I'm going to put some teach some principles of how to learn to teach our teens to find the life purpose and to live a happy life. However, these principles apply to everyone, and it is a very good interest to parents. So I would like you to really please get a pen and paper and take some copious note. Relax and enjoy the presentation. So now every parent wants his or her child to have a sense of purpose. But how can we actually help them to do that? The most fundamental question that teenagers wrestle with is why I am here. Also, there are many physical and mental changes that happen in teenagers. They have to make life decisions about their future careers. Some young people have clarity of what they want to do, and some they don't have a clue. Having a purpose in life is one of the pillars of happiness. Teenage life is perhaps the most difficult and confusing and perplexing time. Growing in competitive, pressure cooker environment, peer pressure, conformity, social media is already contagious. It doesn't seem to end. As a parent, you may not agree with your teenage choices. However, one of the ways to help them in the purpose of self-discovery is to seek knowledge, support, and guide them to align with their passion and their heart desires. I did a little bit of research and found some very interesting results on how important it is to have a purpose in life, and numerous studies have already proven this. So let's start with what purpose means. The dictionary defines purpose as the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. According to Kendall Bronk, a youth development researcher, the purpose has 4 defining features: dedicated commitment, personal meaningfulness, goal directness, and vision higher than yourself. William Damon, professor and psychologist at Stanford, the leading researcher on purpose for adolescents, states that the biggest problem growing up today is not actually stress, it's meaninglessness. New researchers even suggested that a feeling of purpose in young people is associated with a better physical health, have higher life satisfaction, and level of happiness. Also, according to studies, people that have a life purpose, they live 20 years longer. Regardless of their abilities, high achievements, how elite the school is, or credentials, something is always missing. But I want to add that we should not blame our teens. With our best intentions, adults also should not undermine the normal, causing youth to have lost their way. And we should not ignore it, because otherwise we would all be laminating that something is amiss. Having a life purpose improves many factors in life: your happiness, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Now, it's not to say that you wake up one day and have a eureka moment and out of sudden you know what your life purpose is. No, it is continuously pursuing that purpose, and usually it's by trials and failures. It's also important that you find your own purpose in life and not copy and paste someone else. You have to search and pinpoint what makes you and only you super, super happy. For example, what I love may not be your interest or heart desires. Helping others is my passion, and transforming their life is and to live their greatness and bring a reformed education system making people happy. Perhaps your purpose is in life is to help people to become fit, to eat healthy, involved in socially meaningful projects, help in nature or care for poor, and so on. So let's go to the heart of the presentation. Ways to help you teens to find their life purpose. And these principles, as I said, is interest to everyone or to parents as well. So the first principle that I want to discuss with you is find your self-actualization. One of the five Maslow's is one of the five Maslow's hierarchy human needs, like finding something that you really love doing. Dig deep and find that passion and really invest with all your heart, mind, and soul. You have to be obsessed with what you want. Your self-actualization needs to actualize yourself, who you really are meant to be. There is nothing worse in life to not uncovering the true self and living your reality. The second purpose is be your authentic self. Young people, do not let anyone make you feel like you don't matter, because you do, and you have the right to be who you really are. Also, this right is not just given to you. You have to earn every single day. You can't take your life and freedoms for granted. You have to do your part and protect these freedoms, stand for your country's value and beliefs, and honor them every daily lives. There is something in you. There is something that sets you apart. Be you, do you, and live you. And that is already enough. So you have so much in common with everyone else, but because your brain is shaped by your life experiences and you are also unique. You, demeanor, is your outward behavior. It includes the way you stand, the way you talk, the way you project yourself, and many, many more. I heard someone saying that if you are going to be looking outwards, be looking in the mirror. That's very powerful. The third principle that I want to share with you today is let intrinsic motivation be your priority. So intrinsic motivation is very important. According to the internet definition, it says that motivation refers to the process by which a person's efforts are energized, directed, and sustained towards attaining a goal. There are two types of motivation. There is extrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation is to do with an action or behavior of an individual that has to do with the scores, with the power, with the fame, with the financial rewards, or other external factors. For example, students can be focused on a grade, achieving success, accomplishment, and much more. But intrinsic motivation has to do more with meaning, purpose, sense of service, and duty, learning and growing, focusing on continuing, improving, and not about outcomes. Daniel Pink's, the most well-known on the work of the motivation, thinks that there are three most powerful forces in the motivation, which are autonomy. This is the need for self-direct. Mastery. This is to do with the intrinsic motivation to get better, to grow, and to master a skill. The third is the purpose. This is the ability to connect to a larger cause, and is the highest form of motivation. The fourth principle that I want to share is creating meaningful relationships. We are hardwired to connect to people and not to God. Adolescents have lost their connection for deep, meaningful connection. They are feeling lost and they are trying to figure out their purpose in life, struggling with perspective taking. They are confused with themselves. Loneliness, sadness, and negativity consume them to struggle with their identity. They are exploited by our culture, environment, which is a contributing factor. Looking good is very important. Impression management, views, likes, shares, consumerism, and conformity. They are plugged into technology rather than people. We need to create a new culture, promoting positivity, new connection. Instead of me, we have to say we focus. I suggest 3 solutions in making meaningful relationship. 1, empathy. Without empathy, you cannot have meaningful relationships. You need to learn and model empathy and compassion, focusing on another to another. Identity. Everyone has experienced some sort of pain, but sharing your backstory and testimony builds your connection with others and figures out that who you really are. Please, who cannot connect with others can never hide from their truth. And who can connect with others can never hide from the truth. And you will see that your experience has strengthened your relationship with the other. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtue, but is the parent of all others, by Cicero. When was the last time, for example, that you thanked someone for what they did? Studies show that being grateful has a lot of health benefits, causes optimism, moves you from a negative mood to a positive mood. Struggling with purpose, practice gratitude and appreciate life and others that are around you. The fifth principle that I want to share is involvement in the community service. It's sad to say that, but in today's world, more and more teenagers are completely focused on themselves, chasing money and possession, thinking it will make them happy and fulfilled. Not service, not the purpose. As a result, they often end up lonely, isolated, depressed, and the feeling that something is missing. They still want to find that missing puzzle. According to studies of 2013, said that 106 adolescents that were assigned in volunteering with elementary school-age children, they have increased in the most empathy and altruistic behavior, experienced both decreased negativity and moods, and cardiovascular risk, were significantly less likely to engage in bad behavior compared with adolescents in the wait list control groups. So there's always a problem to be solved out there, young people. Someone or some group you to support. It is the way of being available and having the right attitude. You can start small, pursue a life of meaning and purpose, persevere and press on. The sixth principle that I want to share is surround yourself with good people. Do you know that saying that bad company can corrupt a good character? Jim Rohn said that We are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Being a teen is already hard enough. If you want to succeed in life, you need to work hard, and most importantly, you have to surround yourself with positive, like-minded people, and even that are smarter than you. You have to let go relationships that might have expired and they are not compatible anymore with your energy, with your values, or and what your beliefs as well. So have a healthy relationship, not toxic relationship. Think of who encourages you, who supports you. Think of those people that God placed in your life. Christine Armstrong said that the best thing to do when you find yourself in hurting or a vulnerable place is to surround yourself with strong, finest, most positive people that you know. The 7th step is motivate yourself. It's okay to feel demotivated, but what is not okay is to be silent or feel sorry for yourself. Try to understand the reason that is behind it. There could be a subconscious motive included. We know that remaining motivated all the time, it's not an easy task. However, whenever you find yourself demotivated, motivate yourself. Find your own creativity, for example, and all the good things. And believe me, the moment this feeling steps in, everything will fell into place, and you will feel great again. Sometimes you just need a bit of push to get you going. For example, try these methods. Go for a walk and just have some go in the nature and for fresh air, and just relax yourself. Or second as well, just social media detox, a conscious elimination of social media for a period of time. Hit that pause button. Do not seek comfort on your device. It causes enough depression in your subconscious mind, and you could end up feeling even worse. At this time, you need something that will charge you up. Third, relax and take a nap. Sleeping is a good to recharge your mind and body, and you wake up, you will feel fresh and more motivated again. The 8th step, you have to forgive yourself and others that are around you. Forgiveness is what most people underestimate. There is so much power in the act of forgiving. We live in our lives by holding on to the things that we do not do as good, like we allow negative feelings like harboring resentment and grudges that take up the space in our life. For example, imagine that your life as a container where you are meant to fill it with love, peace, confidence, joy, and creativity. Many people live a miserable life because they fill their container with hatred, worry, regret, jealousy, and bitterness, which makes your container contaminated. Sometimes we wait for the other person to say sorry, but I think forgiveness doesn't even happen when the other person says sorry, but at the moment when you liberate yourself by forgiving the other person. Your soul deserves peace. Holding on to the past, it can paralyze and affect your future. You have to feel your inner self. For example, you have to forgive your parents. Just think that they did the best they could know, and forgiveness empowers you, reduces anger, and increases perspective taking, repairing relationships. Israel Moore said that never lean your heart on your hatred. It pays you back with self-destruction. The majority of people living there are not aware that anger is an acid that destroys your own container. Also, Nelson Mandela said that the lack of forgiveness is like drinking poison for your own body and expecting the other person to die. That is also very powerful. So unforgiveness makes you sick physically, emotionally, and mentally. Do you know what the greatest revenge you can do it? Forgive and live a life of abundance and full of joy. So please, I advise you to forgive the person that did you wrong. Forgive your parents if you are angry at them, or even ask for forgiveness if you have hurt someone. So go and hug your parents, give them love. That's the greatest gift that you can give them, and acknowledge that they did the best they could and knew. The 9-1, don't give up. Philip Bailey said that walk boldly and wisely, because there is a hand above that will help you on. So when you struggle or thinking of giving up, I want you to remember that there is something I experienced myself, but something that I carried me through every moment of my life. And this is the power of faith. I'm not talking about natural faith. I'm talking about the spiritual faith, the belief that something better is always possible if you are willing to work for it and be ready to pay the price. Even if it is uncomfortable, even if it's unpleasant, believe in yourself and never give up. Nothing can stop you. I want to encourage you that do not let the spirit of fear rob your peace. So be determined, focus on your dreams, and take action by being persistent, which equals the result of you want. Focus, action equals result. Dennis Kimbrough said that none of us knows the strength and the power of our lights. These lights shine brightest when they brighten the path of others. I will be a point of light and light the path of others. The 10th principle that I want to say, the last one, is pursue God's will. Do you think that your teen would be encouraged to know that God created him or her for a specific mission on earth? As human, we have the tendency to be people's pleasers, but we never think that if we are God's pleasers. Most teenagers struggle with love and acceptance. And our kids need to know that there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that can stop God from loving them. They are created as an object of God's love. He loves and accepts teenagers and everyone regardless of their shortcomings and flaws. God teaches us that for everything, and absolutely everything above and below, visible and invisible, everything God started in him and finds its purpose in him. So, as God says, then in the same way that you gave me a mission in the world, I give them a mission in the world. For example, once God opened my spiritual eyes to the truth, when I surrendered and understood that he is the driver of my life and has authority over my life, I asked the question, God, what do you want from me? How can I serve others? Then the next logical question was, God, how do I make you happy? My mission was to seek, find it out, and do it, and serve others in a meaningful way. There isn't and never has been a plan B in God's design. As a parent, mentor, and teacher, you have to convey to your teens the sense that they were not an accident. They are all part of God's plan and masterpiece. As importantly as a real education of teens must start with the basic why question. Why I'm learning? Why I'm going to school? Why I'm learning algebra? Yes. This question help young people develop their understanding of the world, of their place, and their place they are in. However, I would like to say that most school settings fail to address even the deeper questions. Why I am in this earth? what I am going to do with my life, why I'm having trouble figuring out of my identity. We need to understand God's will, enabling our leaders to draw pragmatic policies to enhance and reformed system to deal with those challenges. Can you imagine how different teenagers would be if they really, truly believe that the first purpose for living is this: you are planned for God's pleasure and his own joy. How do you know that you are living your life purpose? So take some time and ask yourself these profound questions. I'm super excited when I get up in the early morning. Are my goals and my desires for the benefit of others? What am I doing to have a positive effect on others? What I'm willing to give up? Am I open to change? And even if it costs you, even that is not comfortable, even if it's not pleasant, when you find your life purpose, you know it. You don't question anymore. You are at peace and feel happy about that decision. You don't get up in the morning complaining and moaning, oh, another day. But you say, my God, how can I be? Today is a Monday. How can I add value to others and build a life that you thrive to live? How can I create something meaningful today? I think the greatest fear that you should have is not death, is but not to live your life purpose. All your gifts and your talents have not been used. Don't take them with you to the cemetery. That is the scariest thing, living with regrets and guilt. So, living a life purpose without purpose is like driving a car without knowing the destination. You will know if you are not living your life purpose because you will feel fulfilled, happy, and joyful, and you will be in alignment with your desires and your aspirations. It's not even about you. It's about others and people that you need and to impact, and you have to and to change someone's life. It to find your truth. Find the truth. Find that missing puzzle. That missing puzzle. It is you. When you live your purpose, the magic happens. Your purpose guides your decision and sets the tone of how you live your life. Remember, it is only one of you, and will be one of you. Your existence is not an accident. You are a gift to humanity. No one can replace your existence. This world needs you. Without you, something will be missing in the universe. The earth, the stars, the sun, the moon, the nature, the whole existence needs you. Everything in the universe will feel a small place and emptiness that cannot be filled by anybody else except you. So that is for today presentation. Thank you for listening, and I hope I was able to put things into perspective and help you at least a little bit in the path of finding your purpose and live your life fully. God bless you, and thank you.
Excellent. We are going to take a quick break and then we'll come back and have a few minutes of conversation. So thank you so much, Teuta. We are going to watch a music video. I don't know if you've seen it before, but it's truly beautiful. It's actually Frederica Crumb with James Pearson. It's a new album that's available on Amazon called Somebody Loves Me, The Songs of Gershwin. What a great way we're talking about legacy of love to take a look at this beautiful music.
You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Hello and welcome back to USA Global TV and Business Talk Radio. You are watching A Better You, lessons from the best coaches, consultants, and trusted advisors. In our first segment, Teuta gave us 10 principles that really so much information in there in terms of reaching out to parents and how to parent their teens, and also reaching directly out to teens and giving them some great direction and advice in how to interact in the world and how to think about themselves and also how to treat their parents. So very well done. We've only got a few minutes left in our show. I'm going to turn to Diane for any feedback you might have for Teuta.
A beautiful presentation. There was so much that you put in there that I could talk about for a week. But yay for you pointing out ways for kids to be unconnected so they can hear themselves and find themselves. We are just too connected. And so I was really excited about that. The other that I felt was absolutely top notch to me is God. If we don't develop our spiritual life, we can't find our inner self. And whether or not people will believe it, we are a spiritual being. We're only here for a moment in time. And so for you to bring that out in the pillars was I really appreciated. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you.
Thank you both so much. Teuta, what's the best way for people to reach you, and who should reach out to you?
Yes, I mean for parents that needs help in their with the teens that they're in their transition, that whatever the problems that they go through, and with mothers as well as a family, as a group, or even the women as well, how to overcome the life adversities. So yes, you can reach me on my website, www.legacyoflove.co.uk, or Teuta, www.teutaavdyli.com. In Facebook, Teuta Avdyli, and LinkedIn as well, Teuta Avdyli. So yes, please, if you want to connect with me, just send me a message, or yeah.
Fantastic. And Diane, we'll look forward to hearing from you next week. What's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
Thank you. I look forward to it. www.diannfloydboehm.com. You can find me there on Instagram, and if you Google me, I come up everywhere. So thank you.
And we can purchase your book right now, correct, on Amazon?
Yes, you can. It's very exciting, and you can purchase all of my books.
All your books.
Go for it. Yay!
Yay! Fantastic. All right. Thank you both so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed weekend, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you, Dr. Jacalyn. Thank you, Diane. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And we've got another show coming up presenting Pet Psychic Amina, and we welcome back Alex Utterman. So that's coming up right at the top of the hour. So thank you again for being here. And again, we'll look forward to having Diane present next week. And thank you to Teuta for being here as well. All right. Take care and see you soon.